Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Sometimes I forget. I lose track of the days. When you get to my age, sometimes you just lose track of time. Sometimes you just float. Do you know why I have to ease into this mic? This is a Shure's mic. And for some reason, if I just burst into the mic, there's a bit of sound distortion. So I have to sneak up on the mic. When I start my broadcast, I have to do things like, "Oh, everybody." That way I ease into it, because if I just scream straight into the mic, there's a bit of distortion. Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're well. It's about lunchtime. I'm about to go have lunch. But I figured, this is one of those topics you want to talk about. You really want to throw out there and sort of, give your audience your take on this whole spin thing. Now, let's be clear, because I know one of the things I often get on Facebook, and people say this to me all the time, it's almost inevitable. Invariably, somebody will jump on here and say, Manje, you mean you talk about everything? You just know everything. You problem, you know everything. I don't like that comment. Let me tell you why. Because that's not the truth. I don't talk about everything. Here's the caveat. Here's the caveat. Some people say caveat. It's caveat. The caveat is I only talk about things that I'm interested in and things that I feel I can put a thought across about. Do you ever hear me talk about nuclear physics? No. Am I a nuclear physicist? No. Do you ever hear me expound about the intricate nuances of the economy? No. I used to date someone like that years ago when I was younger. I went out with this girl. She would always say that. She would always ask a question and then say no. Did you do that? No. All right. Guys, let's jump into this. I have to ask this question. The difference between polygamy and bigamy, and trust me, there is a difference. As many of you know, let me bring you up to speed very quickly. All of you know there's the story that's trending on social media. Apparently, there's a lady by the name of Mary Lungu. I'm not outing her. I'm just telling you that that's her name because everybody's talking about this. And as you know, in Zambia, it's very easy to go viral. All you got to do is just do something outlandish, and the whole nation talks about this one thing. But pertinent issues people don't pay attention to pertinent issues. They just pay attention to this fluff that goes on every day anyway. And here I am. I'm drawn into this fluff only because you guys want to talk about this. That's the only reason I'm talking about it. So anyway, there's this lady by the name of Mary Lungu. She was married to a man, and then she started a relationship with someone else, a man that paid her rent and took care of her over a course of 5 years. And then finally, the man decides, you know what? You and I should get married. So she went to the civic center, the local authority, with this new man, and that she was going to get married. Well, her husband, not even first husband, her husband caught wind or heard that his wife was about to exchange vows with another man. So Wangu very quickly, the husband rushes over to the civic center. He bursts the doors down. He said, "Hold up, before you two have any vows to exchange. I'm here to tell you something. I got something to say. This here woman is actually my wife. She's already married. She's got no business being here married to somebody else." And everybody was aghast. I mean, the whole civic center stopped. I mean, you could have heard a pin drop in there. Everybody just looked around and said, "Listen, are we in a movie? What's really happening?" Come to find out, the woman, Mary Lungu, starts now explaining why she did what she did. She said, "Look, I'm in a home. This man doesn't, he He doesn't care anything about me. He doesn't take care of me. He doesn't feed my needs. He's not there as a husband. And so I've started this new relationship with somebody else. And I feel that this person fills my needs. This person meets my needs. This caused a big hoopla and problem. And one of the ladies at Civic Center, she said this, and I quote, she said, before you want to open a new chapter in your life, clear your past. That's what the lady said. She said, clear your past. In other words, if you're planning on marrying somebody else when you're already married to someone, get a divorce. That's what she's saying. Get a legal divorce. Because if you don't do that, it's going to cause you problems down the road. Now, here, let's look into this because I know these things may sound rudimentary to some. These things may sound basic to others, but the truth is, there are lots of people out there, including, some of you that are watching this broadcast now, that may not know the difference. Okay. So the question down there that I'm strolling is, what is the difference between, I got a bit of CNN action going on here. That's a great thing about StreamYard. I'm using this software called StreamYard, and I love it. You see, you see how I throw down the text. You know how the text is scrolling? Oh, it's going this way. See there? How it's at the bottom there, it's scrolling. Well, I'm using StreamYard. And I've got the question on there. It says, what is the difference between bigamy and polygamy? These are two different things. They're not the same thing. I know that we have been, the Zambian society, the fabric of Zambian consciousness has been seared by this new program on DSTV called Mpali. Mpali. In my language, Mpali means more than one woman. Okay. It means multiple relationships. Okay. So the question then is, what is the difference between bigamy and polygamy? And there is a difference. Make no mistake. So here, I'm going to break this down for you. Always remember when you're speaking, speak from your diaphragm so that you're heard properly. For those of you that are public speakers, you know exactly what I mean. Okay, so here it is. Let me just make a little correction here. Put this P on here because we don't want to be embarrassed. See, that's a bit of Louisiana talk for you. All right. I'll fix all of this in post. What I usually do is I do the live show, like I'm live now, and then afterwards I'll go back into my editing software, which is Clipchamp, and then I chop this video up, give it a bit of color, bit of sound. Boom! I repost it. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff in post. Post means after production, post production. Anyway, so here's the thing: the difference between bigamy and polygamy. Let's begin with bigamy. Bigamy is the offense of legally marrying someone while already married to another person. In other words, you ask someone, hey, you know what? I want a life with you. I want to get old with you. I want to have children with you. I want you to be an intricate part of my life. I want to know your family. Your people will be my people, and my people will be your people. I want to walk down the aisle with you. I want to have a reception. I want you to have a kitchen party. I want to introduce you to my family. I want to name my children after your kin. You're legally married. You go to the church, you wear a wedding ring, a wedding suit. She wears a beautiful white gown. You buy one of these. Okay, have you seen one of those? You buy one of these, and then you stand in front of the priest or preacher, and then he starts telling you what you're getting yourself into. Of course, at this stage, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. You are blind by love, but oh, honey, you have no idea what you get yourself into. But anyway, you exchange vows, and everybody cheers, and the priest says, you may now kiss the bride, and you are lost in love, and you are caught by the gaze of your beautiful new wife, and you plant one on her, you kiss her, and everybody cheers. After that, you sign some documents, you sit down, Everybody that's been married knows what I'm talking about. When you sign those documents, you are telling the state and the whole world you're married. Okay? You're married. Now, bigamy means you do that with one person, and then 2 years later, you say to another person, you know what? I want a life with you. I do. I really would like a life with you. I want your people to be my people. Yeah. I want your land to be my land. I want to have children with you. I want the whole world to know who you are. I want to name my children after you. Let's get married. Now, remember, 2 years ago, you did this. Okay. You did it with someone else. And then here it is 2 years later, you want to do the same thing. You want to have the ring. You want to do the wedding gown. You want the big wedding cake. You want the reception. You want the priest to stand in front of you and say and explain to you what you're going to do, which at this point you have no idea what you're doing because newly married couples have no idea what they're getting themselves into. Okay, they think they're walking into paradise. What they're walking into is a war zone. It's the truth. So you want to do this all over again. That's bigamy. And that's against the law. It is an offense when you practice bigamy. You legally marry someone, and then you later on legally marry another person. Umosainisha amaphepha, uwanamba umosainisha. It can't wait. It can't wait like that. Now, that's different from polygamy. Okay? Polygamy is different. Polygamy simply means you have more than one mate, which is you know, a lot of people do. Okay? You have a wife, but you've got somebody else. Okay? That's polygamy. Okay? Now with polygamy, there are no legal vows exchanged. Now, this is what I find interesting about this case with Mary Lungu. Because a woman does it, the whole world goes nuts. I mean, the internet is a buzz. It's ablaze with comment after comment. Oh no, this Mary Lungu, this, that, and the other. But when a man does it, it's not so bad. Why? I mean, I posted earlier. Chilufya Teali did the same thing this woman did. There's no difference. The only difference is Chilufya Teali is a man. This woman is a woman. So my question then is, why is it when a woman does it, the whole world goes nuts and all of hell breaks loose? But when a man does it, oh, it's not so bad. After all, men are men. Answer, tell me the thing in the thing. Sound not okay. Sound is not okay? Guys, tell me in the comments, is the sound okay or no? Somebody says sound is great. Because I was reading this comment here. Somebody was saying the sound is not okay. Sound is great. Okay. Somebody says it's a man's world. Isaac says my cousin has 4 wives in Shakumbili, Bila. Tradition allows it. Zungu laws, which Zambia adopted, frown on it. Yeah, well, that's polygamy, and that's allowed, but bigamy is not allowed. All right, let's see somebody else. When she showed up in black, I knew something was wrong. Ooh, that's the shame. You kill me. Anyway, guys, I thought I'd share that with you. Have a great lunch. Bye.